Like an ancient temple adorning over the city it governs, the Union buildings are a modern-day acropolis. They were built at the highest point of South Africa's capital city, Pretoria. It forms the official seat of the South African government and houses the presidency. But as you look around, you will find much more than just a historic site, a landmark, a heritage site that heralds the legacy of Nelson Mandela. What you will find scattered around are people living in tents that have an issue with this government. People such as the Khoisan, people who protest against the word colored, people who still believe that they have a right to the land, people that exclusively want to be recognized as the first people of South Africa. But if you look closer, you will also see marijuana, dagga, fresh tomatoes. It's a living lifestyle where you can simply squat on the steps or the gardens of the once great Union buildings. With us today we have Ward 92 Councillor Leanne de Jager. Leanne, what do you know about the tents that are here at the Union buildings?
Good morning, Councillor Wilkinson. I was called out this morning by one of the residents who had noticed that the tents seemed to start mushrooming along the lawns of the Union buildings. Now we understand that people have issues, but it cannot be that people could just erect tents wherever they like, not especially in a national place of national interest like the national key point that is the Union buildings. This cannot be allowed to happen. If it doesn't stop here, what will happen next? They would not even allow paving to continue for the beautification of the area around Nelson Mandela statue because they have planted a vegetable garden. We will be taking up this issue further. Thank you.
So this is a huge tourist destination, one of the most popular sites because of the diversity of the venue. People can social distance and they can keep away from one another and still enjoy the city view. But in the foreground there, I see a sign written by obviously an inhabitant of the tent that says "Die land is in sy moeren, want die president gee fokol om, want ons is al meer as 2.5 jaar." Have you even heard that the president has stepped out of his office to come and see these guys and come and see what their demands are?
I know that they have made various entreaties over the last few years to do so, but as far as I can understand, only a minister has come down to actually see the people and to take up the issues, but nothing has been done.
So coming down and seeing the people is more like a photo opportunity, because as you look around, this is not something that has appeared overnight. These tents are actually built into the areas where there's been weeding. So it tells me that the government of the day is mowing the lawn around the tents. You can see over here clearly that the lawn is mowed on one side and the weeds are glowing on the other side. There's the chief. Hello chief, how you doing? So this is what happens over here, where the people are living at this famous site of the Union buildings. You can see even the Sheraton there in the background, and it's actually turned into a bit of a dumping site. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So what do the local police say?
I've got no idea. Apparently, from what I can understand, that the police have been called out to come and seize the marijuana that has been grown, but that is all.
That's all?
That's all.
Shocking. I wonder who harvests and who actually purchases, because you allowed to grow marijuana for personal use, but the quantities of marijuana are absolutely for distribution. So that's it. Well, Leanne, I wish you well. I have no words. I'm in shock. When we were here recently for Human Rights Day, we only saw one tent. Now, scattered around, I see about 11 tents.
Correct.
So,
Shocking.
where to next?
I will escalate this on a provincial level. and then onto a national level. As this is a national key point, it is not within the ambit of the city of Tshwane to address.
So the local municipality has no jurisdiction over the union buildings.
Correct.
So any mischief or crime that's happening, any land invasion or taking over this territory has got nothing to do with the city of Tshwane.
Correct.
Okay, well, please keep us posted and let's find out what happens next.
Thank you.
To be continued.